Remember when we did the scumbags thing and I brought up Phil Mushnick? You know,
Yes, and I still don't think he should have been number one.
Well, you know, Vince McMahon and Jim Cornette mentioned Phil Mushnick on 2 different Raw episodes. I don't know if you know that. But somebody actually sent this to me. This was actually on WWE television. You want to hear this for a minute? It's pretty cool.
Sure.
This is actually Vince McMahon. This is, you know, for everybody out there that did not understand why I chose Phil Mushnick, this is another reason. This is Vince McMahon on WWE television, and the YouTube clip is there for everybody to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, anything can happen here in the WWF. Here's a first. Some pre-recorded editorial comments from Vince McMahon.
This is Vince McMahon, the World Wrestling Federation. I've always made it a point to refrain from personal commentary during WWF programming, but please permit me this one exception. As many of you know, several years ago, the World Wrestling Federation and I came under a vicious attack by the tabloid media, led by one Phil Mushnick of the New York Post. It's been the equivalent, in my view, of journalistic stalking. As we found out, these stalkers apparently are not interested in the truth, as they have been heard to say in the tabloid newsroom, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. Mr. Mushnick attempted to give credibility to this type of tabloid investigation by telling his readers the feds don't waste money on witch hunts. Now, most people, myself included, naively believe that government prosecutors and their investigators are the good guys. Unfortunately, I found this to not always hold true. I was constantly amazed at the utter lack of ethics of some of the good guys involved in my case, all of whom had demonstrable ties to Mr. Phil Mushnick. I watched the good guys lie to the media, lie to the judge, lie to the jury. I watched the good guys get caught because they tried to pressure my alleged co-conspirator into changing his prior sworn testimony. I watched as the good guys were forced to admit that they had destroyed evidence.
I could go on and on with this. There's like 3 more minutes.
Dude, that doesn't change anything. First of all, that interview was from 15 years ago.
I know. Well, that's the reason why I brought it up.
He's still not the number one heel in wrestling. I
didn't say heel.
I'm sorry.
I said scumbag.
I got emails like you would not believe complaining about your list.
I said scumbag, not heel.
No, but still, he's not in wrestling. He's not part of wrestling. He's on the outside looking in.
The fact that Vince brought him up...
There's 4 people who agreed with you out of the 400 on Facebook. Stop it.
The most knowledgeable agreed with me.
No, they're not. They're just fucking idiots. Because he's not in wrestling. He's not in wrestling. Just like the most hated villain in baseball, the guy who sold the steroids to Clemens, fucking Canseco, and McGuire.
No, he didn't. Clemens
that is
got
the
cleared.
most hated guy in baseball. He's not in baseball. He's an outside guy.
Yeah.
Come on, Don Tony, admit you're wrong, damn it.
Well, Phil Mushnick also does not like AJ.
He does too.
He does not. He said AJ
does too.
He said AJ looks malnourished, and WWE wants their fans to fantasize of AJ being an underage little girl.
He said that?
Yeah.
He did not.
He did, and several people on our Facebook
Where can
page.
I read that?
You go to our Facebook page. There's people like Andrew and some others that are real perverts that write the same thing.
Really?
Yeah. Perverts. Pervs.
But she's 25.
I know. Well, people want to fantasize. You know, it's funny. They all rip Rob Feinstein, but on our Facebook page, they're like, LOL, she's only 12.
Oh, my God.
You know, anyway, I think...
That's terrible.
You know, I actually had audio for